Schrupp, physical therapist.
And I'm Brad Heine, physical therapist.
And together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion.
In our opinion. All right, Brad. I see you're reading one of my favorite books.
Yeah, this is a nice book. It's interesting, and I think it fits what we're doing here to a T. It's Younger Next Year, and it's written by Chris Crowley and Henry S. Lodge. And you know more about it.
Yeah, Henry is the S. Lodge. He's the physician, and the other guy is just kind of a regular Joe. And yeah, this book fits right in with what our videos are about, and that is trying to remain healthy and fit well into your elder years.
Right.
And in fact, we want to remind you to subscribe to our videos on YouTube if you're in that 40 to 50 or over range, because we're going to help you make it through the older generation here. I'd like to just give you a brief review of this book. It was interesting. You want to first show, Brad?
Yeah.
This interesting little thing.
This is interesting. Can you zoom in on this? We got to get way up close, right where my fingers. I got a little picture of someone running over this clock.
You got to probably turn it this way.
How was that?
You got it, Nancy?
Yeah.
It looks just like me. So yeah, it's just a coincidence that they wrote that book and they put my picture on there. And I don't know, that's what they can do with those computers and that Photoshop.
You have to get some royalties here.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. Anyways.
Anyway, it was interesting. This book was recommended to me by 3 different people before I ever got it. I mean, it was just really strange. I mean,
Sure.
3 separate people, didn't know of each other. And all these 3 people that recommended it, if you were to look at them, you would think they were 10 to 15 years younger than they were. I mean, they were following the precepts of this book. And there's 3 general precepts to this book, and you're really going to want to go out and get it if you're interested in this subject. But the first one is that in order to stay younger, you're going to have to exercise. And he recommends actually that you're going to have to exercise at least 6 times a week. I mean, he's talking about
He's saying running 10 miles 6 days a week, or?
Well, you'll have to read the book, but I mean, he gets into pretty good detail about what you should be doing, and he definitely wants you to do strength training too, because you're going to get weaker. The second thing is he's going to talk about nutrition. Of course, you got to eat garbage. You're not going to live long. And the third thing is you got to stay connected. And by connected, he means you got to stay connected to family and friends, and even an idea. An idea meaning that there's something you got to be living for yet. Some concept, something that's important to you. Doesn't really matter what it is as long as it's important to you. So let's say it's a charity, or maybe it's still your work, or maybe it's your family, whatever it is. Right. You have to have some concept.
Right. Some goals.
The thing is, what the idea behind all that is that your body, he goes back into talking about, our history and how mankind came up, and and how we fought the tigers and stuff like that, and then either we're either trying to in a growth pattern, or we're in a death pattern.
Sure.
Basically, we're either growing or we're decaying. So your body's going to either send you signals about that. So if you're exercising, it's telling you that your body is still in a growth pattern. And if you're just sitting around and every year getting fatter and slower and weaker and more demented, you're in a decay pattern. So I've got 3 good charts here that were in the book. I modified them just a little bit. But the normal pattern, can you see this one, Nancy? Do you want to maybe focus on this one? Okay. Basically, going from here, which is healthy, down to here, which is dead, starting at around age 45 here, the typical pattern for the average person is just a general decline. And compare that to this one here, where at age 45, being healthy, and you have just a gradual decline, and then you actually live longer, and you stay fairly healthy until 85, and then it probably goes downhill very rapidly. If anybody is in this age group, they know that this is a huge difference in living your life like this versus living your life like this.
Right,
I mean,
right.
The quality of life issues are so very much different. So what he's saying, if you follow his concepts, you could be more like this than like this. And in fact, he said, you could even end up improving a bit, especially if you haven't been exercising,
Right.
and then maybe kind of going on the slight decline. So I'm a real fan of this book, and I've been trying to follow it myself, and I give it my highest recommendation. And Brad, I'm gonna recommend that you read it.
Yeah, I think it is. I've been looking for a nice book to read this winter in short days. I like this. He says, the three things, exercise 6 days a week for the rest of your life, quit eating crap, and connect and commit.
That's right. That's it.
So,
That's the summary.
That's in a nutshell,
So,
so.
Brad, I would suspect maybe in 3-4 months you'd have this thing done. All right, thanks a lot.